Let's start with a central, alarming truth. When it comes to seeking companionship after 60, the desire for connection is increasingly preyed upon by two major threats that, honestly, were almost non-existent decades ago. We're talking about calculated financial fraud and the very real physical risk that comes from a misrepresented identity. Now, this isn't to scare you away from dating, not at all. It's to arm you, to give you the awareness you need to navigate this new world with complete confidence, protecting not just your heart, but everything you've worked your entire life to build. And this right here, this gets to the very core of the issue. That fundamental human need for love and partnership, something that should be a source of joy, is now being actively weaponized by criminals. This isn't about becoming cynical, it's about becoming smart. The reality is, the very platforms designed to bring people together have also become hunting grounds for sophisticated predators who are absolute masters of psychological manipulation. Understanding this new reality is the first and most crucial step to staying safe. So, what are these new dangers we're really talking about? Let's define them, because you can't fight an enemy you don't understand. We have to move past the old ideas of what dating risks were. This isn't about having your feelings hurt after a few dates with someone who just wasn't the right fit. No, these are carefully constructed, unseen digital traps, operated by people who have zero intention of ever meeting you, but every single intention of taking everything from you. Now, take a look at this, because the contrast it paints is stark and it's incredibly important. On the left, you see the risks we all used to worry about, right? A broken heart, an awkward dinner, finding out you have different life goals. The pain was real, of course, but it was primarily emotional. Now, look at the column on the right. This is a totally different universe of risk. We're not talking about a bad date anymore. We're talking about financial ruin. Sophisticated financial fraud. That means criminal spending months, maybe even years, building what feels like the most profound connection of your life, all for the sole purpose of draining your retirement account. Identity deception isn't just a little white lie about height. It's a complete fabrication where the person you think you're falling for doesn't even exist. The ultimate risk here isn't just emotional devastation. It's the complete and permanent loss of assets you can never, ever get back. So this brings us to a crucial question. Why has it become this dangerous? And maybe more to the point, why are people over 60 so heavily targeted? Well, the answer isn't that this group is more gullible. Not at all. The answer lies in a cold, calculated strategy that exploits the very best parts of our human nature: trust, hope, and that deep desire for connection. It's a methodical operation. So, let's take a closer look at the psychology behind these scams. Here's the crucial point. Scammers are financial predators, and they hunt where the money is. People over 60 have often spent a lifetime building a nest egg, owning a home, accumulating savings. For a scammer, this represents a high-value target. But it's more than that. It's the irreplaceable nature of these assets. A younger person might be able to recover from a financial loss over their career, but for someone retired or nearing retirement, that loss can be permanent. It can be life-altering. The emotional toll is just devastating. But the good news is, by understanding their playbook, you can make yourself an impossible target. There are clear, simple steps you can take. And here's exactly how they do it. It's basically a three-stage psychological attack. First comes what's called love bombing. This is where they just flood you with attention. Constant texts, emails, declarations of love within days or weeks. It feels incredibly flattering, of course, but it's a tactic. It's designed to accelerate intimacy and overwhelm your natural sense of caution. Next, the grooming phase. This is longer and it's much more sinister. They meticulously learn your hopes, your past hurts, your vulnerabilities, and they mirror them right back to you, creating this powerful illusion that you finally found your soulmate. They become your perfect confidant. And finally, and most dangerously, comes isolation. They will invent elaborate reasons why the relationship must be kept a secret. My children just wouldn't understand, or I'm on a top secret assignment and I can't tell anyone. This secrecy is their ultimate weapon because it cuts you off from the very friends and family who would immediately see the red flags you're too emotionally invested to notice. Okay, now that we understand the very real dangers and the tactics they use, we can pivot from the problem to the solution. And the solution is not to retreat from the world or give up on finding connection. The solution is to arm yourself with a new mindset, a core principle that acts as your unwavering guide. You absolutely have the power to protect yourself from these scams. And it all starts with one simple, powerful idea. So let's learn how to build your verification shield. This is it. If you remember nothing else from our time together, please remember this sentence. Burn it into your memory. Verification precedes emotion. Let's say that again. Verify, then trust. This means you simply do not allow yourself to become emotionally invested in a profile on a screen until you have independently verified that the person behind it is real. Your heart does not get a vote until your head has done its homework. This isn't about being cold or cynical. It's about being strategic. It's about building a foundation of fact before you build a castle of feelings. Adopting this single principle dismantles a scammer's entire playbook. So how do we put this principle into action? Well, we build what I call the three-step verification shield. Think of these as 3 layers of protection that work together. Step 1 is identity verification. You have to confirm that the person you're talking to is who they claim to be. We'll show you exactly how in just a moment. Step 2 is the financial zero-tolerance rule. This is absolute. It is non-negotiable. The very first time money is mentioned, for any reason whatsoever, the conversation is over. No exceptions. And step 3 is the social firewall. This is your direct counterattack to their isolation tactic. You refuse to keep the relationship a secret. You tell your kids, your best friend, your sibling about this new person. Transparency is your greatest ally, because a scammer's story will never, ever hold up to the scrutiny of the people who love you. All right, so we have our core principle, verification before emotion, and we have our 3-step framework. But what are the actual tools in your toolbox? How do you put this shield into practice every single day? So, are you ready to learn how to build your digital safety shield with a few simple, totally non-negotiable rules? Let's get practical. This is your single most powerful scam-busting tool. I call it the video first rule. See, scammers hide behind stolen photos of other people. Models, soldiers, doctors. They literally cannot get on a live video call because they are not the person in the pictures. And trust me, they will have an endless list of excuses. Oh, my camera is broken. I'm in a remote location with bad internet. My religion forbids it. You can't accept a single one. It's the easiest way to know if someone is who they say they are. A genuine person might be a little nervous, sure, but they'll do it. A scammer physically cannot. A refusal is not a small issue, it is definitive proof of deception. End the conversation right there. Now let's talk about that financial zero-tolerance rule. If a person you've only met online ever asks you for money and mentions one of these 3 methods, it's a scam. End of story. Full stop. Wire transfers, gift cards, and cryptocurrency are the lifeblood of these criminals because they are fast, anonymous, and virtually impossible to reverse. Once you send it, that money is gone forever. There is no legitimate, believable emergency that a new romantic interest would need you to solve with an iTunes gift card. The request itself is the confession. Don't argue, don't ask questions, just block them and move on. And of course, your safety shield extends from the digital world into the physical one. If you successfully verify someone and decide to meet, the rule is simple. Always meet in a busy, public place for the first few dates. A coffee shop, a busy restaurant, somewhere with lots of people around. And crucially, always arrange your own transportation. You arrive on your own, you leave on your own. It's okay to feel a little nervous, but these simple precautions aren't about being paranoid. They're just standard procedure to maintain your independence and ensure you're always in control of the situation. So go out there and have fun, but be smart about it. I know that hearing all these rules, don't do this, watch out for that, it can feel a bit heavy. It might even seem like it takes all the romance and spontaneity out of dating, but I really want to reframe this for you. This is not about dating from a place of fear. This is about shifting your perspective to one of empowerment. So instead of dating with fear, let's start dating with wisdom and confidence. Ready to take that next step? This quote says it all perfectly. This whole process of verification is not a barrier to love. It is a filter that removes fraud. Think of yourself as a gardener. You're not ruining the garden by pulling weeds. You're creating the space for beautiful things to actually grow. By being vigilant, you are efficiently eliminating the harmful imposters, the people who only want to exploit you. And think about it. This saves you incredible amounts of time and emotional energy, allowing you to focus all of your hope and attention on people who are actually authentic. Being cautious online actually makes it more likely that you'll find a genuine connection. This strategic self-protection, it's an act of self-respect. You are worth protecting. So we've covered the risks, the psychology, and the complete defense shield. But knowledge is only powerful when we put it into action. So let's bring it all home with one simple, immediate step you can take the moment this is over. Are you ready to take your very first step towards truly safe online dating? So are you? Are you ready to take control of your dating life, to move from being a potential target to being a protected, empowered person? You have the power to protect yourself and find the love you deserve. It all starts with one small, manageable action that puts the power of verification directly into your hands. So what are you waiting for? Let's get started. Okay, this is your first and most critical action. I want you to get comfortable with a reverse image search tool. You can download a free app like Google Lens or use a website like TinEye. And here's what I want you to do. Download the app, find any photo online, a celebrity, a landmark, whatever, and just practice using the tool. You'll see how it scours the entire internet to find every other place that exact same image appears. This simple skill is your frontline defense. It allows you to take any profile picture someone sends you and instantly check if it's their real photo or if it's been stolen from a doctor's social media page in another country. Mastering this one tool is the first and most important brick in your verification shield. As we close, just remember that the pursuit of companionship is a wonderful and worthy goal. But in today's world, it has to be balanced with strict, simple verification to shield you from these high-loss scams. The most helpful insight, the power you can take away today, is that immediate ability to check an identity with a reverse image search and the absolute unwavering power of the financial zero-tolerance rule. This isn't about closing yourself off. It's about opening yourself up to real possibilities, but doing it safely. Informed vigilance protects both your heart and your savings, and it ensures that your search for connection is secure, joyful, and full of genuine promise.